Hi folks, this is Vicki at patternprincess.com. Today I want to show you how to do this really pretty stitch pattern. I have a picture of it before my video here that I showed you, and I'm using this on a couple blankets. One is a chunky blanket and another one, well, I guess it's still a little bit of a chunkier yarn. This here is a medium size weight yarn, and I'm using a size H furls hook, and this is just a medium ombre yarn that I had some left over from another project. I'm going to get my slip knot going here and my loop on my hook. There we go. This is so easy, but it has such pretty results. And you can start a chain with any number that you like. Doesn't matter, okay? So it's really easy to make it wider or smaller. I'll do 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. My yarn was catching. All right. So we're going to count back 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to work on the back bump, okay? And we're going to yarn over, and we're going to do a double crochet in the back bump. Yarn over, bring it through, and yarn over, go through 2 loops, yarn over through 2 loops. These first 3 chains that we skipped will count as a double crochet, and so then this also counts as a double crochet. So that counts as 2 double crochets right there. And now in every single back bump, we're going to do a double crochet all the way across. So we yarn over and bring our yarn through 2 loops, yarn over and through 2 loops. Insert our hook after we yarn over. We're just going to, oopsies, oopsies, oopsies. Let's back it up. Every time I try and go slow, this is what happens to me. Here we go. Yarn over, go through. Yarn over, grab your loop. There we go. Yarn over, go through the back bump. Yarn over, bring it through. And yarn over through 2 loops. Yarn over through 2 loops. I'll just continue to quick do this all the way to the end. This pattern is a repeat of rows 2 through 5. I think it is. Pretty sure it is. I should know this before I get on camera. But I'm pretty sure that that's what that's what I'm going to write it up as. Let's put it that way. Because the double crochet row, you actually will be repeating 2. But you'll just be doing like a standing double crochet. Or you could do a chain 3, whichever one you prefer. Okay, and then we're in our last little back bump. Now we have all of our double crochets all the way through. So our row 1 is done. Okay, we're going to turn our work. All right, we're going to yarn over. And do it, I should say we're going to do a chain stitch. We yarned over and did a chain stitch. Going to yarn over and go through these both underneath both loops. Yarn over, grab the yarn. We're going to do a half double crochet slip stitch. We bring this loop through the 2 loops on the hook. Now we're going to do that all the way across. So we yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over, bring it through. Then I like to put my finger here and hold it, and yarn over and bring it through. I find if I don't put my finger there, it's harder to come through. Yarn over, put it through under both loops, yarn over, bring it through. Because if I tried now, it does kind of work, but it gets I think that my stitches get tighter if I don't. And you don't want to have tight stitches. This is not the half double crochet slip stitch. You don't want to have tight stitches because you won't be able to get in underneath the stitch to make your next row. So there we go. So we're just going to do half double crochet slip stitches all the way across. Okay, so this is round 2, or I should say row 2. I guess you probably could do this in the round as well. I haven't tried that yet. And I'll just do this all the way across. This is time consuming. I just got through doing a blanket with this using homespun yarn. And after a while, I didn't hardly have to look for the stitches. I just got used to feeling them and just away I went. It didn't really take very long to do it all. But the first couple stitches were not, they were a little bit more difficult because it's harder to see. Now I want to make sure I point out, you're not done here yet. Each stitch should line up, right? So if you line up each stitches, if you're a newer crocheter, if you line up each stitch, you'll see that you have one hanging out here yet. And this was this first chain three that first 3 chains that we skipped. So you're going to want to make sure, 1, 2, 3, right in the top, you're going to want to make sure you put your hook through there and do your last half double crochet slip stitch to make sure that this is even. Okay, now we're going to turn and we're going to do the same thing. You yarn over and then do your chain, and then yarn over and right in that first stitch then, because that chain does not count as anything, it's just your turning chain. And we're going to do our half double crochet slip stitches all the way across. I suppose I should have some music playing in the background. But here we go. And we're going to have one more row of this. So this is row 3. Yeah, I said it right before. It is repeat row 2 through 5. As I was thinking my next steps in my head. Oh, Lord. This is what happens when you do this before you write it up. But I think that this is such a pretty stitch combination. It creates those two rows on your work, and it's such an easy way to do it. And then we have our last half double crochet. Now I'm going to show you, this is how it's looking so far. See, it's actually creating 2 rows on this side. There's 1 row on this side, kind of, but there's a lot of texture right here on this side. When we turn it, we're going to work another round or row. Gosh. So we do our chain 1, which doesn't count. I'm going to make that a little bit smaller. It's a little bit big. There we go. And then start your half double crochet slip stitches. But anyways, we're going to do this all the way across. And because we've done 3 on one side, you're going to have 2 raised rows or ridges. And on the other side is just 1. So there's nice texture on both sides. I don't think that the rows showed up as well on the chunky yarn, the homespun, because it is a little bit more of a fluffy yarn. But it's still, you can see the texture. And either way, it's a really pretty blanket. Whoopsies. That would be a nice lap blanket for somebody. It's a nice size. Or a nice baby blanket. But I would almost say it's maybe, because of the colors, would be prettier for a lap blanket. And I'm making this during the holidays. And the colors are red and black and like an off-white. Okay, so now we've done our double crochet and then 1. Sometimes I'd forget like how many rounds you have, so I'd have to feel. So here's 1, 2 ridges, 3 ridges. So then I could feel on the thicker yarn 1, 2, 3. So I knew that I had all 3 done. Okay, so now I'm going to go and do my double crochet row. And we're going to turn it. Now you can either start this with a chain 3, 1, 2, 3. This, and then we just do our double crochet. It's really simple, just a row of double crochet all the way across. That's what I mean. I think a beginner or a good confident beginner could do this. Now I want to show you though. In this case, we kind of get that. This is one where you get that gap. So sometimes when you use a different yarn, you'll get a gap here. And then, because some of my patterns, I'll just do a chain 3. This one I think is good for one of those standing double crochets. So I'm going to show you, this is what I did with my other blanket. And so I'm going to do my chain 1, yarn over and go into that first stitch, yarn over and bring it through. Then I'm going to yarn over and go through 1 stitch, yarn over, go through 2 stitches, and yarn over, go through the last 2. And that will count as your first double crochet. And now I'm just going to work a double crochet all the way across, and what that did is it got rid of that unsightly gap. So if you're going to add a border on to your blanket, it'll, because we did our first double crochet in that back loop, the back bump, that's going to have a really nice bottom border. It won't pull apart, right? Or you could have done like a no chain double crochet as well. That would have worked too, where you work your chain stitch and your double crochet at the same time. That would have worked as well. But I thought I wanted to really make sure I kept this kind of beginner friendly. So I chose not to do that and just work on the back bump. Okay. And I'm making another blanket using a different yarn that is an absolutely dreamy, gorgeous yarn. I am in love with it. Wait till you see it. It'll be up on the website soon. Okay, now I've done my row of double crochet. So rows 2 through 5, 2 is a half double crochet, 3 is a half double crochet slip stitch. I should say all 3, 2, 3, 4 is a half double crochet slip stitch. That's easy, right? And then row 5 is your double crochet. But you see how much nicer this looks? You don't have that gap right here. Okay, and this is the one side of it, and this is the other side. But you see these 2 rows that were created? I want to show you, I'm going to do one more row of half double crochet slip stitch because I want to show you when you get to the end, especially if you're a newer crocheter. I don't want you to get confused on where to put that last stitch. So I did my chain stitch, yarn over, and we're going to do our slip stitch, half double crochet all the way across this row. So this is our first repeat of row 2. And my yarn, hang on, I got to get more yarn. Here we go. I said to shake it out. I got the skein kind of mangled over there. Okay, let's go again. And we'll just quickly do a row. And you can see I put my finger there to just kind of help it so it doesn't get too tight, because you want to be able to get into those stitches. That's the only thing I find whenever I do slip stitches, I have a tendency to make them tighter. And you really kind of have to work on making them loose so you can get into them. There we go. Almost there. But this is just a lovely pattern. It's one of those that once you get the hang of it, you can watch TV, you can tell where you picked up. Now, here it is. So here's that standing double crochet. So you don't have a stitch here and here. This here is just that initial chain stitch, kind of like elongated. So this here is just one stitch, okay? So we're going to yarn over and go. I like to go right in this spot right here, because that's really the top of that chain, that double crochet, and then right here. And then this ends off that row. Okay, so that's where you put that stitch. And here, this side is the real pretty side. And you can see the next braiding starting kind of right here. This is the stitch starting over again. And then this is on the other side. So both sides have some unique texture going on. But it's just so pretty. And you pair this with a pretty yarn. And gosh, you have a winner. It's easy. I think it would be great for blankets, for scarves, shawls, purses, all kinds of different things, handbags. So enjoy. I hope that you like this pattern as much as I do. And be watching on the website. I will have the free blanket patterns I talked about in this tutorial. I'll have those up for you too, okay? Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.